Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Am I blurry? Let's check. How am I looking? Am I blurry? Let's see. Oh, I'm a little blurry. How am I? Oh, there it is. There's the stuff. Happy Friday to you, one and all. Hope you guys and gals are doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Oh, man, you are tuned into the one and only Tom Clark's Main Event. This is episode number 279, baby. We are 21 weeks away from the celebration of episode number 300. How you like that? I recently hit number 100 on Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Please feel free to go and subscribe on all the major platforms: YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Audible, Amazon, you name it, Stitcher, Audible, we're there. You name it, we're there, baby. Trust me, I got you. I got you, all right? How's everybody doing again today? Happy Friday, as I said. How's your week been? It's been a good week for yours truly. I got nothing to complain about, and if I did, no one would listen anyway. Let's get to the comments, questions, and words of wisdom. First out the gate is Josh McManus. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Renato Ramirez Rodriguez, how are you? Carlos is here, everybody. What's going on, Jamie? How are you, my friend? What's up, Toby? Double V, Victor Vasquez, Ray All Day is here. Alma, what's up with you? How are you doing? Alma, I'm telling you, you got bad news every time I see you. Yikes. All the best to you, my friend. Super Dave, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you, Cherie. Welcome back to the show. Tim, what's going on? What's up, Tina from Peaches and Power Bombs? How are you, my friend? Everybody go watch and subscribe to that show as well. And what's up, Robbie? We've got some of the usual cast of characters here today, and it's all good. Before we get cranking here today, do me a favor and hit that like button, if you will. Smash it, and share the feed everywhere you possibly could. That'd mean loads to me. It'd be great. Thank you very much. That'd be awesome. Sugar Shane in the house. How you doing, my friend? I should have got something to drink, man. I should have had a cup of coffee. I got a news flash for you. You may not believe this, but I have not had one cup of coffee today. Not even one. Not even one. You hear me? Isn't that crazy? I know. What's happening to Tom? Tom's busy, baby. Working my fingers to the bone, Jack. It's what I do. It's who I is. Prepare yourselves. Tom may be ranting today. Uh-oh. Say it isn't so. It's so. I said it. Am I looking at you? Look, right? Is it right? Yeah, that's you, right? All right. Wilf, how are you? Wilf went to see Buck Cherry in concert. I'll bet that was a fun show, man. I've been a fan of those guys since the first album. A lot of their stuff's not PC, but that's okay. There's nothing like good old fashioned nasty rock and roll sometimes. So yeah, I'm down with that. Jamel, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, everybody smash that like button for me, kids, and share the feed wherever possible. Hashtag Tom Clark's Main Event. Hashtag do it right now. That's not a hashtag. If it were, I'd own it. I don't know if I'd own it, but sounds good. I was just playing the bass. You missed out. You missed the bass. You missed the dude. That's the dude. I'm the dude, man. Because, man, I'm the dude, man. All right? And I was just playing some bass, and you missed out. Maybe next time. I don't know. So, we'll see. It's a little cold up in here. The air is cranked up to like 11. You know? Yeah, but this has got 11, not 10. I'm full of pop culture references today. Woohoo! The boy's asleep, actually, because the boy stays up all night. Going to go see Ice Cube. Dude, enjoy that show. We've got some stuff to talk about here today. Woohoo! It's gonna be fun, man. Today's show is the Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor review. Last week we previewed it. This week we review it. And I got thoughts. Okay. An hour seems like it just flies by. Yes. So we're going to jump through this and we're going to go through the show and we're going to talk about the card and then we're going to open the floor up. We'll try to leave some extra room for rants and whatnot. You know how I roll, right? It's my show. Blah, 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 blah. Shane talking about Tina went 3 hours on Monday and Tuesday. She did another hour. I know, right? I keep telling her I've created a monster because I truly have. Let's talk about this. There were some dart matches before the event. Let's run through those real quick. Singles match ran for 10 minutes. They got 10 minutes on the pre-show, which is good. Colt Cabana defeated Anthony Henry with J.D. Drake at ringside. Henry and Drake, as we know, Drake, of course, former HVW champion. He and Henry are a tag team. Excellent together, excellent apart. This was a really good match. Colt delivers. It's what he does. Colt at this point in his career, and he has been for a long time, right? But Colt is 100% dependable. Whatever you need from him, he can do it. He can play heel, he can play face. But no matter what you have him do, it's always a solid match because that's how Colt rolls, man. So, yeah, this was good stuff. I enjoyed this match. We don't spend a ton of time on the dart matches here, kids, but I thought we would at least touch on them. Have we got any Colt Cabana fans in the house? Has anybody ever met him? The boy and I went to one of the last Ring of Honor shows we went to before the pandemic. And Colt was working that show on commentary, and we got a picture with him and everything. Nice guy. Let's see here. Everybody talking about Tina going all those 3 hours and an hour the next night. What's up, Tim? How are you doing, my friend? Slim Jane Cheeseburger. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. The Shinobi Shadow Squad, right? Carlos says he's good, but I've not seen him in AEW. He's good all the time, baby. No matter what he does, no matter what company he works for, Colt always delivers. I would hope that at some point, one of these days, we could see he and Punk patch things up. But I don't hold my breath for things like that, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't. Their business, whether or not, whether or not they want to mend fences, there may be too much bad blood there, if I'm being straight with you. It is what it is. But yeah, it'd be cool to see them come back together at some point. But is that going to happen? That's a great question, man. I don't know. We'll see. One of these days, maybe. Let's move on here, kids. Match number 2, the Trust Busters. Arya Daivari and Slim J defeated the Shinobi Shadow Squad. Cheeseburger and Eli Isom. Everybody likes cheeseburger, right? So I've seen all these guys in person before. Slim J was an Evolve wrestling regular. And I saw him, I think it was Evolve and PWX both. Mostly Evolve, I think, is where I saw Slim. Slim J's got that John Cena white boy, thug gimmick going on. And crowd generally either hates him or loves him, like the hometown crowds. There's really no in between with this kid. But you see what he could deliver, right? Was anybody familiar with Slim J before this match? I mean, he delivered. I thought it was a good match, dude. I really did. Tim says Cole was supposed to work for RCW last year, but something happened. Yeah. Things come up all the time, man. Things come up all the time. Has Slim been wrestling for that long, Tim? I honest to God didn't know that. He only looks 25 to me. I'm just saying, right? That's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Good to know. So yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Daivari and Slim J look good together. Shinobi Shadow Squad are always good. Isom is a good young talent. Cheeseburger. What more can you say about Cheeseburger? Come on. Let's move to match number 3. This was one of the first big shakeups of the night. The news out was that Tully Blanchard was no longer Tully Blanchard Enterprises had been purchased by Prince Nana. And now they've been redubbed the Embassy. Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. That's Khan and Toa, right? So we've not heard a whole lot about this since it happened. Something about Tully missed a flight and they couldn't get in touch with him, so they had to, make changes at the last second. Cards subject to change, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what more to tell you. These things happen, right? Hopefully there's nothing bad behind the scenes. Hopefully everything's okay with Tully. Tully's a legend, and hopefully nobody's crapping on Tully today. Don't do it. It's a bad look. But the Embassy defeated Alex Zane, Blake Christian, and Tony Deppen in a 6-man tag. Speaking of 6-man, AEW announced Wednesday night a tournament upcoming for the new AEW Trios Championships. So glad to see it. So glad it's finally happening. We've been predicting it for 2 years now or better, and it's finally coming to pass. So I'm pretty darn happy about that. There's not enough Trios Championships out there, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, it's good to see this finally going down. Good to see that they're finally introducing the championships there in Ring of Honor. Yeah, Ring of Honor, AEW, you know what I'm saying. They're finally introducing them. And not for nothing, but Ring of Honor has the World 6-Man Tag Team Championships. So now there'll be 2 sets of 6-man tag team belts. And that is, of course, if Ring of Honor gets its own separate TV show. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. I don't know what's going to become of it yet. There's been rumors for a long time. We'll see if it actually comes to pass. I think it'd be crazy not to do it. What's up, Chris? How are you doing, my friend? Jamil says, I've been waiting for this. Love the Trios title. 100% agree. If it's handled correctly, it can be just as hot as the Tag Team Championships, if not more. Carlos says, I think the Young Bucks are turning face and go after the Trios belts, but with who? With Adam Cole or Hangman or Kenny? I mean, is Adam Cole a believable heel? Everybody's been kind of predicting Cole's going to turn heel. I don't know. I mean, if you're the Blackpool Combat Club, you go after them, but they've got hardware right now anyway. They got the ROH, the AEW World Championships, and they've also got the ROH Honor Pure Championship. So there you go. We shall see, kids. We shall see. Willow Nightingale. And we're going to go ahead and get into the main card here, kids. Those were your dark matches. Hope you enjoyed the pre-show. I thought it was pretty darn good, yes. Allison Kay was defeated by Willow Nightingale. Let's get that straight. Willow Nightingale got the pin at 7 minutes, 50 seconds in a singles match. All right. So, I like Willow. I'm not in love with Willow. It's nothing against Willow's ability. I think Willow's more than capable in the ring. Her gimmick gets on my nerves, if I'm being honest. It's okay. I don't have to like it. Totally fine. She's got her fans, and she's made a lot of progress in the past few years. I enjoy watching her work. I'm just not crazy about the gimmick, but that's me. That's neither here nor there. But Allison Kay, I voiced and expressed my deep love and admiration for Allison Kay last week. I'll do it again this week. Allison Kay is the baddest woman on the planet. Rhonda, who? Thank you very much. Allison Kay is real deal as well, kids. Did you guys enjoy this match? What did you think about it? Did it deliver for you? We talked about it quite a bit last week. Toby says, love me some Willow. Tim says, well, Allison Kay, what a match. Really good match. Yep. Tim says his first 4 matches before the show were amazing. Yeah, it was something else, man. Yeah, you're right. My apologies. This is the pre-show, right? There you go. Let's see. Shane said, love the Trio Championships. Reminds me of the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. 100%. For me, it's Dusty and the Road Warriors. That's what I go to in my head every time. Or the Russians. Every time. Tim says, I believe Willow will challenge for the RH Women's title. I believe you're correct. I believe we're going to see it. Yeah, I really enjoy this match. Now, let's get to the main card, kids. Want to do that? Let's get to it. The match to kick off the show, Jonathan Gresham defended the RH World Championship against Claudio Castagnoli. And Castagnoli is your new Ring of Honor World's Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Castagnoli of the Blackpool Combat Club. Now, we know what happened after that. Supposedly, Gresham had something to say. He had words with Khan. That would be Tony Khan to you backstage. And they were not good words. It was not an attaboy good match there, pal. It wasn't good. He yelled. He may have screamed. He may have raised his voice a teensy bit, is what we're hearing. And now supposedly he's asked for his release. Okay, so I've heard varying opinions on this. Some really educated, some nonsensical, and everything in between. Here's what I will tell you. I enjoy watching AEW. I do not side with the company over the talent ever. I just don't do it. I've told you guys for a long time it's a bad look. If you love wrestling the way I do, then support the talent, don't support the company. Okay? It's okay to be a fan of the company. I'd rather much more be a fan of the talent. Okay? It's important. All right? Never a good look to support the millionaires in the building. Support the guys who are working to earn their keep and feed their families. All right? I'm in Gresham's corner. Okay? Now, what did Gresham have a problem with? It's being debated. He didn't want to work the first match. He didn't want to drop the title. He had problems with this, had problems with that. None of you here know, and that includes me. Okay. So for anyone to pass judgment on Jonathan Gresham, that'd be a big mistake. You're not in his boots. Do not attempt to lace them. Okay. No one knows the truth. We'll only know from John himself. And I don't know when John's going to choose to talk. And if he's talked the past 24 hours, my apologies, because I've not had a chance to look. But if he's not, there you go. Okay. So reserve judgment where you can, kids. Don't automatically assume the worst of anybody. Just reserve judgment as much as you can till the truth comes out. And look it, if there was something behind the scenes that shouldn't have been said, if Khan disrespected him in any way, shame on him. Okay. If he didn't, then we've got a massive misunderstanding. Everybody, please welcome to the show, Mr. Brino Royce, local professional wrestler here in the Carolinas. We're attempting to hook up an interview segment here on the main event. We're trying to hook that up for next week. I will keep you guys and gals updated as time goes on. Ray All Day says, I heard Jonathan said TK was being racist, which I think is crazy. It sounds like he's upset for a short title run, but things happen in my opinion. I hope they work it out. That said, Adam Cole is king, of course. So Ray, in terms of the racist comment, you and I both know how this works. That's a huge, heavy accusation to throw at anybody, no matter what the color of person is it's being thrown at, right? As I said with this 2 minutes ago, reserve judgment until we know the facts, okay? If he feels that Khan was racist toward him in any way, shape, or form, it deserves to be looked at. Does it mean Tony was? Not at all. Maybe it was misunderstanding. I have no idea. Tensions run high in a pro wrestling locker room, or they can. And if Brino doesn't know that, he'll find out. Things happen. Things are said. Misunderstandings happen all the time. Tempers can flare. You got a bunch of sweaty dudes whose adrenaline are pumping, and they're smashing each other in the face in the ring. Things can get heated backstage. You try to be professional. You try to act a part and don't act a fool, as my grandmother would say back in the day. But sometimes these things happen. That's not to excuse this, and it's not to make light of it. If the allegation is racism, that's an insanely serious allegation. We'll see what comes of it, if anything. Tim says Gresham said he was disappointed a couple weeks ago when during Rampage that he told Tony Khan wanted him to turn heel and he wasn't happy. I've heard these stories too, dude. Here's my issue with that whole I didn't want to turn heel stuff. He turned heel in Ring of Honor with Lethal, right? So, like, I'm not real sure why we're upset here. I mean, now, I can't and won't presume to ever speak for a pro wrestler. I'm not in their boots. I'm not even going to try, okay? But from the 10,000-foot perspective, I don't know why you'd have a problem with that if you've turned heel before. Now, if the timing was off, if it didn't make any sense, a conversation could have been had, right? But again, don't know, wasn't there. I was impressed with this match as I knew it would be. This was well done on both sides. Toby said it best, happy for Claudio. Claudio has more than earned this championship. He earned it back in the day with Ring of Honor and didn't get it. Okay. So glad to see him get it. Should he have gotten it now? You can make the case for and against. I totally get it. I'm not going to get hung up on the finish. I'm not going to get hung up on who won or lost. I like both these guys, and I hope, honestly, I hope that if there's some middle ground to be reached with Gresham, I hope they reach it because I think they need him for the RH brand. My opinion. Next match on the card, 6-man tag team match for the RH World 6-man tag team championships. Dalton Castle and the boys. Let's change this because we didn't bother changing anything, did we? Look. Actually, it was way down at the bottom of the card because we all thought it was going to be the main event. Here we go. The Righteous, that would be Vincent Bateman and Dutch. Boy, did Dutch make an impact on freaking Saturday night or what? Dutch looked good, maybe better than I've ever seen him look before. But Castle and the boys are your new Ring of Honor World 6-man tag team champions. And if you've never seen Dalton Castle and his boys, what'd you think about that? He's fun, right? Shane said, did you have a problem with the match, especially the intro, knowing it was a title match? Like in terms of the placement, are you talking about the world title match in terms of placement? I was surprised it went first. It felt like a WWE move, if I'm being honest, put the world title match on first. And I get it. Tina said it on her show as well. I get the thought of if you can't be in the last match, be in the first one. It makes sense. This is the world championship we're talking about, kids. I mean, it's not like a WWE show where there's two presumed world championships being defended. You could put one on first, one on last. There's one world title in Ring of Honor, just one, and it was defended in the curtain jerk. That's weird to me. I'm not big on it, and it's something that Khan doesn't do all that much, if ever. I'm just not down with that. You know what I mean? I think the match deserved better. The title deserved better. Now, FTR stole the show, as we knew they would. Could this match have gone on middle of the card? I don't know. Should have been semi-main. I don't know. I think you could still make the case it could have been main event, and it still would have been quality. But I can see why they moved it. I totally understand. But at the same time, I'm old school with my world title match being in the main event. What'd you guys think about this match? I thought it was solid from start to finish. The crowd was really into it. Castle sending the boys one by one, throwing them out of the ring on top of the Righteous. The Righteous are kind of like, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, the Righteous are, they remind me of a local pro wrestling gimmick, but they're the hottest act in that little building. And I've been in a lot of those little buildings, kids, where the hottest act in the building is an act that looks kind of like the Righteous. You know what I mean? And then again, that's no disrespect to Vince, and I don't even mean it disrespectfully. It's just they feel like that. Now, that's not to say they're small time or they're small potatoes. They're not, obviously, but it's got that feel to it. You know what I mean? Where in a smaller venue, they're working main event. I think they proved during this match they can work main event. Okay, they had this crowd engaged from start to finish. Hey, what's up? Talking about it's 1 week till his birthday. He wants cash out. Well, brother, you can wish in one hand, you can crap in the other, and see which one gets filled up first. I should have got a beverage. Can anyone spot me a beverage? Anyone? Bueller? Tim says, I want to see the Righteous versus the House of Black. I didn't know I needed that in my life, but I need it now. Well played. I'll put your comment up, dude. You kidding me? There you go. Love it. Love it. So let's move on, kids. The Pure Rules, the Pure Wrestling, the Pure Championship was up for grabs. Wheeler, Utah defended against Daniel Garcia. Now, we can talk a little bit about this past episode Dynamite as well. I'm going to say this about Daniel Garcia. And let me say this for the record. Garcia in the ring is insanely talented. He can flat out work. And let me remind people watching, because you don't like someone doesn't mean they can't go in the ring. Okay? It's okay if we all disagree. But if someone says to me, Ric Flair can't work, Ric Flair couldn't work, come on. Come on. Okay? See what I'm saying? Now, if you say, I didn't like Flair's gimmick, it got old and I couldn't stand his gimmick. Fair enough. I can live with that all day long. What I don't like are people confusing opinions with facts. It upsets me because my level of intelligence on this stuff is way high. And I don't say that out of ego. I say it because I'm a nerd, because I can see outcomes before they happen. And I'm not happy about it. You want to know why? Because I just like to enjoy the show and it's incredibly hard. And most times I keep it to myself. I don't say anything about being able to see something come unless I'm doing the show and we just talk about it. But, and trust me when I tell you, I'll never be the smartest guy in the room, especially not about pro wrestling. Okay. But my intelligence level is enough to where I can predict things happening before they happen. I can see moves being made before they're made. Does not mean I'm an expert. Don't just get news from your local pro wrestling dude. Okay. Get it from a lot of people, with the exceptions of a few who don't know what they're talking about. Okay. And aggregate it for yourself. Okay. And you be the decision maker, you be the judge. But my intelligence level is too high to sit here in my chair and rip on certain people. Now, there are shades of gray to that conversation. I totally understand. But some things there's not. Okay. If a guy or gal has proven that he or she can go in the ring, you can still hate them. Okay. But it's kind of silly. Hate the gimmick, don't hate the performer. I'm just saying. Tina says, I get it and understand. I'm glad ATR Briscoes were last. Totally agree. You want to start the show with something hot, what fans came to see. So either world title was first or the tag teams were. Man, if they kicked the show off with the tag team title match, wouldn't that have been something? Wouldn't that have been something? Ray says, not a Yuta fan. Daniel is so talented. He should have won. Glad. Okay, Ray. I'm going to have Ray prove my point, kids. Everybody listen. Ray, you're not a fan of Yuta. Do you agree that Yuta can work? I'm going to see what, and Ray, no fear of retaliation, my friend. You and I are good. I want your opinion. If I say to you that Yuta Wheeler can work, which he can, do you agree with that? Or do you not like him to the point where you can't? See, kids, it's real easy. Ray's not kissing up to me. That's all that is. That's all that is. It's okay to have favorites. It's okay to dislike people. It's silly sometimes. It's okay if you want to. Free country. For a while, certain people get voted back in again when we'll have a choice. Uh-oh! It's my show. I don't care. Yuta's a great worker. Totally agree. And if you don't like him, that's okay. Totally fine. You see what I'm saying? But for anyone to come at me with anything else other than intelligent conversation, I'm out. I'm out. Jamel says both those guys can go. Oh, you mean can go? For a second, I thought you meant they can go on. They get out of here. That would have been awesome. No, I get it. I get it. Toby says, I can't stand Becky at all, but no way can I say she can't work. Thank you, Toby. By the way, I hate Becky's gimmick. That company ruined her when they turned her heel. And if it was her choice, shame on her. Becky Lynch had the rant time. Becky Lynch had the hottest gimmick in the business. You hear me? In the business. And that's a business that Kazuchika Okada still works in. Becky Lynch had a hotter gimmick than anybody walking in a pro wrestling ring at one time. Not anymore. Screwed it up. Everything that was special about her was ruined and taken away. But Becky can still work. Becky's a veteran. She grinds. That's what I love about her. Becky gonna grind till her legs don't work no more. That's how she is. It's a solid pro wrestler right there, my friend. Trust me. It's okay to not like the gimmick. I hate the gimmick. It's okay to be disappointed that she's not or somewhere else on the card. I am. But I'll never sit here and say that she's not fully capable. I got a man t-shirt as well, actually. I haven't seen it in a while. Haven't seen it in a while. Retweet completely. Oh, I see what you did there. Not lowering my intellect just so everyone can say they have an opinion. Well said. I like that. I'm totally going to steal that. I am a social media manager, Brino, in my civilian shoot job. I'm a social media manager. So it's real life. So yeah, I'm going to start using that. I'm totally taking it. It's awesome. Someone says I'm just going to go retweet that. Oh my God, I'm totally stealing it. That made my day. Are you kidding me? It's the little things, kids. I haven't even got past the 6-man tag. My God in heaven. Let's move on. I'm going to be here all day talking about this. Rant over for now. Mercedes Martinez defeated Serena Deeb and retained the RH Women's World Championship. Several of you, I was going to say Ewans. I was going to try not to go redneck with you. Southern. Several of you picked Serena Deeb. Picked her. Maybe I did too. I don't even remember now. Picked her. And she did not win. Now, will she at some point? I would say probably so. Maybe. At this point in Serena's career, I don't know if Serena needs the championship, to be straight. I don't know if she needs it. Okay. I do, however, believe that Serena's at this point in her career where, as a trusted, battle-hardened veteran of the pro wrestling ring, that Serena Deeb can very much put other women over and give them a great feud and give them a great match. She can do that all day long. Okay. All the time, every day. That's what she's very capable of doing. And maybe that's her role at this point. I don't know. Would I like to see her with a championship belt around her waist again? Sure. Is it going to happen in Ring of Honor AEW? I have no idea. We'll see. I'm a fan of both these ladies. They wrestled a great match. We knew they would. Ray says, shocked Serena lost. Good match. Both can work. 100% agree with that. Jamel says, I thought they were going to put a title on. Yeah. A lot of people saying that, man. No, Ray, I'm just playing, brother. I'm just playing. Don't do that. It's all good. Ray, I'm coming to the New York area in September for the shoot job. So let's try to hook something up if you've got a free, and I'll be busy, but let's try. Phil's already going to be in New York for the AEW shows that week for Grand Slam. So I'm going to try to hook up with him as well to go get a bite of dinner or something, hang out a bit. I can't go to the AEW shows. I'll be working, right? Maybe we can meet up and do lunch somewhere or something, depending on what part of the city we're both in at that time. If you're down for it. Cool. Tim says, not a big fan of Orange Cassidy from day one, but if you put him against Cheeseburger or Slim J, I'm not a fan of Orange Cassidy from day one, but if you put him against Cheeseburger or Slim J, but Orange can work as well, Tim. That's kind of my point back when I started ranting, is that Orange can work. He can. It's okay to not like him. It's okay to hate the pockets. It's okay to, if you want to quote Jim Cornette because you can't have your own opinion of stuff, I guess that's fine too. A lot of people do that. It's not one person does. A lot of people do it. Can I be straight with you? I listened to Cornette for a long time. He was entertaining. I grew up watching Cornette. I don't have anything against the guy now. I listened to his podcast for a long time. And when he started wishing death on people and he's spitting into the mic and it's hate and just vitriol. And I mean, one part of me says, Tom, relax. It's just a character. The other part of me says, no, this is what he really means these things. I just can't sit here and wish death on people. You know what I mean? Like and that's me. I can't speak for any of you. If you enjoy Jim's work and like his podcast, go with God, brother. I tuned out a long time ago. There's just some things I don't want to put in my head. I don't like a lot of negativity in my head all the time. I don't like a lot of people like kind of bringing you down and stuff. And it's just a weird vibe with him. And I enjoy today's wrestling. I love the old stuff. I grew up on the old stuff. I always love the old stuff. But I'm not so closed-minded or narrow-minded that I can't look at a brand new company and find things I enjoy about it. There's things I still enjoy about Impact Wrestling. Okay. There's things I can enjoy about any company I watch. I may not like the company as a whole, but I can enjoy what I watch. I can pick something out of it. My God, we just have to hate certain things. I gave up WWE a long time ago. You guys know that. I'm ranting again. My apologies. I gave up on WWE a while back. Give it 2 or 3 weeks. Give it a month or two after Triple H's, creative has settled in. I may give it a shot again. I didn't like what I was watching. I wish nothing but the best for the talents in that company, all of them. The majority of those talents are doing the best they can to put on a great show. I just didn't care for creative. I thought it was horrendous. Booking was horrible. Didn't make any sense to me. 50-50 never makes sense to me. Ever. Brino says, for sure, the whole point of Orange's character is to lure people into underestimating him. If you're underestimating him and are thinking he's not serious enough to compete with other talent, you're getting worked. That's the point. Thank you, Brino. This coming from a professional wrestler, children. Okay? Get that? Ray, I heard the same thing about Big E. I hope that's incorrect also. I'd love to see the guy come back. Let's go on to the next match. This was not on the card when we talked about it, I don't think. Roosh versus Dragon Lee. Roosh defeated Dragon Lee, brother against brother. That was a big deal. And I'm glad that people are getting to see who maybe weren't familiar with Roosh and how good he is. That they're getting to see just how good the guy is. He's insanely talented. He's very intense. I imagine getting punched in the face by Roosh is not a pleasurable experience. I sure in the world don't want to know how it feels, if I'm being straight with you, at all. So yeah, good match though. Let's move on. Samoa Joe defeats Jay Lethal to retain the RH World Television Championship. Really good match. We know again it would be, if there's something about bringing respect to the table, you can be sure that Jay and Joe are going to do that. They did it and then some. All right, they definitely delivered. Definitely delivered. Key says, I'm optimistic with Triple H running WWE and Death Before Dishonor was fantastic. I enjoyed the show as well. Chad, too bad. What's up, my friend? How are you? You're so late, Chad. Shame on you. Shame him. I'm just kidding. I'm really not kidding. I'm disappointed. I'm really not. One more match, kids. One more match. FT by God R retain the RH World Tag Team Championships in a match that I honestly thought they could lose to them boys. Now, I do think that there's going to be a third match. We saw the rubber match, and it was, FTR won 2 in a row. I do think we're going to see them boys come back for a third match, and I do think we're going to see new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions crowned. That's my thoughts. That's them thoughts on them boys. Robbie says, I agree about Cornette. I heard Superstar Billy Graham say in an interview that Jericho needed to go to. Yeah, that was just uncalled for. I mean, people talk about each other. Trash talking is one thing. Trash talking. But again, when you're wishing, and trust me, kids, I'm not the world's biggest fan of Vince Russo. I'm not, okay? But when you wish death on a guy, I'm not really here for that. Again, maybe it's fun and games to a lot of people, but not me. I don't need that stuff in my head, Car says Cash or Dax. Dax, supposedly. I say supposedly because you never can tell with some of the matches, man, if you're getting worked or not. It's okay to get worked. We're all pro wrestling fans. We love to get worked, right? And trust me when I tell you, I am not, again, as I said before, if you don't like my opinions, you're welcome to disagree. It's perfectly fine. I just don't like people disagreeing on what are facts because that's silly to me. I'll never understand. I don't understand that. I'll never get it. I'll never get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't have to think I'm the best, but I mean, to put it another way, I don't know who you racing, but I'm at the finish line with the flag waving. How about it, Ray? You know where that came from, right? I'm kidding. Relax. These are just jokes. Chad Too Bad says, what's the story with FTR and the BCC raising the belts to each other? Just a sign of respect. Maybe. We'll see if something else comes down the pipe. We'll see if something else comes down the pipe. FTR says Tom Clark was the FTR versus Briscoes better match than the one in Dallas. I think this was better than the first match. And I don't know how they could have made that happen, but I do think this was better than the first one. Yeah. My humblest opinions. But I do, however, think there's going to be a third and final match. Kids, guess what's getting ready to happen up in here, up in here. If you guessed this, if you guessed open floor, I had to find it. You're right. All right, kids. Guess what? There's 13 of you hanging out. Baker's dozen. Let's make this happen. The floor is wide open. Now there's more of you. Uh-oh. Whatever you guys and gals want to talk about, let's talk about it. And any of you that are here, if you have not smashed the... I'm going to get comfortable. Is that okay? Should have had a beverage. If any of you guys, gals here have not smashed the like button, please make that happen. That means loads to me. And also, share the feed. We still got 20 minutes till we take it home, baby. 20 minutes till we take it home. Yeah, Ray's on the clock. Yeah, I'll go back and watch Reigns' promo, Carlos. I got to be honest with you, dude, though, because, you know, a lot of Roman's promos all kind of sound like the one before it. If I'm being straight with you, I'm not crazy about... And again, let's get it straight, kids. Roman has bored me to tears for a while now. However, he's still their top guy, and he can go in the ring. See how that's easy? See how that's easy? Simple. Scott loves the show more than the host. You know what? I get that all the time. It's totally fine. How's things in the land of hashtag truth? Scott is the illustrious host of the hashtag truth wrestling podcast. We're still waiting on Ray's question. He's furiously typing. Chad Too Bad says the Triple H in charge. What will happen with Sasha Banks and Bray Wyatt? WWE. I'm not a betting man there, Chad Too Bad, but if I was, I'd bet you'll see them back in the land of Hunter. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, kids, here we go. Saddle up, pal. Eric B. and Rakim or Beastie Boys? Beastie Boys. And part 2, Big Daddy Kane. You totally screwed this up, Ray. Shame on you. Or Rob Bass. I'll go Rob Bass. And if Adam Cole gave you and your family an all-expense paid trip to Hawaii and said you can bring one extra, could I come? And during the trip, he wanted to stop and get apple pie. That's a good one. Apple pie with a trip to Hawaii. Yes, you can come. And yes, you can get apple pie. When we stop the plane, I assume we're flying, not cruising, yes? Cruising at an altitude. Shane says Dante and Sammy's match was great. They need to have a best of 5 match. I got news for you, kids. Shane's 80. I'm teasing Shane. Relax. He's 70. I'm kidding. The point is, Shane's old. I'm a little old. Shane's way older. Just kidding. I'm done. The point here is Shane can enjoy modern pro wrestling. Shane grew up on the old school stuff like your boy did. You don't see us sitting around going, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? We don't do that. Give it a chance, baby. I know everyone here is. I'm just trying to make a point. Evolve or die. You know what I mean? I enjoy pro wrestling too much. I do. I can't. I don't like it now. It's stupid. You can't find one company to watch? Not one. New Japan, for God's sake? Really? To each his own, baby. I'll never understand that crap. Ross said no, WWE gets bagged on lately, but when Raw started off with Logan, Miz, having that brawl that just showed that Stephanie was in charge and it was unexpected. Raw needs more unpredictable. I'll never disagree with a pro wrestling show needing unpredictability. I will always agree with that. I'll always agree with that. I'm down with that. 100%. 100%. Toby says, I'll ask again. Oh, sorry. What's your opinion of Thunder's title run? To me, it's been booked kind of, it has been. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Through no fault of her own. I kind of feel like what we saw, the energy that she brought into AEW as the NWA wrestler, and that energy she brought with the face paint and everything, I kind of feel like we haven't seen that duplicated since she got the title. And I'm not sure why. I'll be straight with you. I think maybe I know why. I think because it took so long to put the belt on her. You know what I mean? She was really, really hot at one time. Then they had to heat her back up again for the next title shot, and then she won. It kind of feels like maybe she should have won to begin with. That's just one guy's take. You're welcome to disagree, but that's kind of where I'm at on there. Chris says, who do you think is interfering in the Ronda Liv match? I think Bailey. Bailey sounds like a right choice to me. Scott says, would you like it if Hunter returns to NXT format on SmackDown and Raw? At this point, Scott, they could do, I think, I would just recycle the whole thing. I know that you've already got storylines laid out and you've already got characters moving in certain directions. Honestly, the old man's supposedly gone. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. Right? I just start over, recycle, rewind, retweet. Can't retweet. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to totally steal that, Bruno. It's mine now. Recycle, man. Start over. Revamp the whole show. All three of them. Just revamp. Mix it up. Mix it up. Talking about unpredictability. Have Roman show up on NXT as the first seg. Why not? Run NXT live. I mean, obviously, duh. But run him first out the gate, just as a statement. I just came here to scout some of these people who claim that one day they're going to be good enough to face me. Have him sit in a folding chair at ringside with Heyman. Why not? I'm just saying. Jamel, I hang my head in shame at your question. The answer is no. I suck so bad. From now on, I think when I'm at the office, I'm going to put the G1 on the TV and just let it play. And I'll just be working. I'll just go, oh, and be into it and then go back to my work. I hang my head in shame. Thank God I have, in JPW World, so I can watch replay. Toby says, in my very humble opinion, it feels like Brett and Jade are the only ladies TK is really backing. I mean, it could be true. Could be right. Will says, glad Triple H is back in charge. Tim, oh my God. Tim's trying to get on Ray's territory. New kids or new edition. New kids on the block or new edition? Yeah. No. I'm not a boy band guy, Tim. It's not me, my friend. Is BCC the hottest faction right now? I would have to say unequivocally, yes. My opinion. Yes, they are. Yep. New Edition's underrated, by the way. I'm just saying. Let's see. What else? Thank you, Will, for asking. The boy's still currently asleep downstairs because the boy stays up all night long. It's all right. He's not back to school yet, so it's okay. Alma says, what is your take on Hook? Send Hook. When they have to belt from Ricky Starks, it felt weird. And how about, man, that segment lasted forever. It lasted through a commercial break and they came back to it. Talk about them. They're pretty high on Starks, right? Not that he doesn't deserve it. Kid's really good. But 2 segs, crazy. I mean, I enjoyed it. I like Hook's. I like Hook's work. He's over. He's over like a madman. Danhausen's over more than Hook is, which is shocking. Dan, hear that pop for Danhausen? Holy God, dude. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I'm not sure why they chose to do all that the way they did it. It kind of felt like they were turning people heel really fast, like Hobbs, really fast. But that's me. We knew it couldn't last forever. Hobbs has Star written all over him. So does Starks. So Chris says, any new pops? I'm so glad you asked. If anyone knows this, please tell me. Does anyone know him? Da-da-da-da-da-da. He's the greatest. He's fantastic. Wherever there is danger, he'll be there. Danger Mouse. Anybody know Danger Mouse? Love it. I've got 2 more on the way. It's Ted Lasso. Yeah. It's 2 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Ted Lasso and John Cena's Peacemaker holding up the peace sign. I thought it was pretty sweet. I had to order them both. They're on the way. I also got I didn't get Danger Mouse at the comic book convention a few weeks ago, but I did get Chunk from Goonies. I love Chunk. Sloth love Chunk. I'm an 80s kid, baby. What can I tell you? Tim says, Jungle Boy took it to a whole new level on Dynamite. Boy, he did. This thing back and forth with him and Christian. I mean, they said every curse word. I mean, MJF said the F word on TV for F's sake. I mean, that what's left? It's going to get. Welcome to Wednesday Night Raw, right? Am I right? Am I right? Crazy. I have not seen Top Gun Maverick yet. I have seen, however, the new Thor flick. Eric Jackson, what's up? Boy, are you late, brother? Dang. We only got 9 minutes left, man. You totally missed us. Go back and watch the replay. Don't do it now. Keep watching. Then you can go back and watch the replay. When is MJF coming back? Carlos says. Carlos, that is an excellent question.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
I have no idea. I just needed an excuse to hit the button. Robbie says the grip on Danger Mouse from Nickelodeon had it in the 80s. Also huge. You can't. Oh, I love you can't do that on television. Love it. Moose and Alistair and Lisa. Huge fan. Huge fan. Barf. You kidding me? The cook? Barf. Good stuff. Good stuff. The Commandant with the execution. Right? It's good stuff. Fun show. Yeah. Christopher, do you have is that what's his name from Tropic Thunder? We did an episode of 6M Podcast Kids of Tropic Thunder. It's in the archives. Go check it out. By the way, please subscribe to Tom Clark's 6M Podcast. Movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. Okay? Don't tell me the character's name, Chris. We just did this episode, Phil and I say just did. We did, and it's been a while. Was it Chris? No, maybe it was Chris. I can't remember now. Isn't that crazy? I remember who did the show with me. I think it was Phil. Oh, I can't remember the character. Downey, the character that Downey. I'm gonna have to look it up because it's gonna make me crazy. I have to look it up. Everybody, be patient. Yep. This moment of silence brought to you by your friends at Tom Clark's main event. All right. Yeah, we did this movie for the 6M, and I totally couldn't remember it. Couldn't remember the names, should say. Yeah, Robert Downey played Kirk Lazarus. That's right. Kirk Lazarus. Lincoln Osiris. That's it. Lincoln Osiris. Love that name. You kidding me? You notice I didn't care about your question. I just skirted right past it. My apologies. Tim says the next trio's champions, Ray Dean, Tom Clark, and Phil Lindsay. Oh, man. Hey, Ray, I tell you what, Phil takes the heat in the match. I'm not bumping. I don't think you are either. Phil can take all the heat. That works for me, man. That works for me. So, we've had an MJF. I've had the MJF button longer, Tina. Wilf says, do I have Kiss? Yes, actually. They're up on the mantle. They're on the shelf. Paul and Gene, where are you? Paul and Gene are right there. And I need them another shelf put up. This will only take a second. All right. The base is still on, by the way. Had to get Peter Chris. Okay. They can call. They can say Catman, all that nonsense. Hoo-ha. And had to get Mr. Ace Frehley. So, yes, I have Kiss. Love it. I've got to get another shelf put up. Some of these pops may have to go to the office with me, kids. I'm not going to lie to you. May not have a choice here. A lot of the stuff you see, well, I thought about taking the bases with me, but I don't know if I can do that, man. I love coming home playing bass when I get a chance. Tina's going to be our heel manager. Awesome. Who says we're heels? We have to run heel? Really? I was going to say I was a better heel than I was a babyface, but I'm going to be straight with you. I enjoyed being a babyface. You want to know why? If you've got good comedy heels to play off of, being a babyface is awesome. It's awesome. I mean, for real. Comedy heels are the best for a babyface to play off of. I don't care what anybody says. It's fun. Because you get to make them look stupid, and that's their gig. They don't care. And it kind of makes you get the laughs from the crowd. It's kind of cool. Do I think Brock Lesnar's going to win? Brother, if I cared, I'd tell you. No disrespect to those guys, but I've seen Brock and Roman so many times. I just did not need to see them again. And I'm not going to watch it. That's just me. I may catch a replay, but I can't swear to anybody I would. No, I don't think he's going to win. I mean, how many more times does this guy have to lose to Roman for them to stop booking this match? What's I need to finish? I'll never finish, Wilf. Never. Never. Yeah, never finish collecting. Shane says, y'all can fight, but me and Sarah from Peaches Power Bombs will call the match. Oh, commentary. Yeah, that might be good. But I thought Sarah was going to. Oh, Sarah. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I think we just booked the match, kids. We just booked the main event up in here. Well, kids, we have gone an hour officially. An hour and a little bit of change. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to let you get to your weekend, okay? I want to thank everybody out there for watching the show as always. It means loads to me. Thanks, everybody, for always tuning in, for being here every Friday. Thanks for hanging in there and being patient on weeks when I can't make it for whatever reason. Thank you guys always for hanging in there with us. As always, we appreciate your business. Do me a favor, all of you. Have the best weekend possible, okay? And we should be back next week. I'll let you guys know before it gets here. Thanks again, kids. We'll see you next time, all right? Thanks much. See you next time, kids. Tom Clark's main event.